What's going on, guys? It's Chad, and the game just ended. Awesome. In yesterday's video, I was talking about, oh, we got terminal. Nice. This isn't even the 24/7 terminal server that I'm always on either. So in yesterday's video, I basically like made the comparison and tried to show people what basically was going on, like the difference between the camo challenges around this time period versus the camo challenges now, and how they're designed in a certain way to more or less make you waste your time and not really have some sort of true feeling of actual accomplishment. It's just basically a time sink. And in yesterday's video, I talked about and compared the amount of challenges that you need to do in order to even unlock camos that are for sure just going to be taken over by something else, but considering the bundles are just way better. And a lot of people agreed with me on that, and even a good amount of people ended up saying things along the lines of like, you know, I never really understood what he meant by them trying to make challenges to waste our time and how the challenges are making people play differently, because not everybody goes for challenges. But in my explanation in yesterday's video, I actually managed to convince some people, finally, thank you, they finally get it. I'm about 20 headshots off, so around at the moment, probably like need 17, 18 more headshots, and then we got fall camo, there's another one. I talked about all those challenges and shit. Not only do they affect people's play styles and gameplay because they have to play in a certain way in order to make it happen, but if you're a more aggressive player, what if you're typically just not taking as many long shots, as opposed to somebody that has more of like an anchor kind of play style? The anchor is gonna get way more headshots than the rushing SMG type player. Now, eventually, yeah, you do get the long shots. It's not like the long shots are completely removed from your entire playstyle, but if you're trying to make progress at all in the camos, it's gonna change your playstyle immediately to go and do it. The amount of people that have commented on here and told me that I suck and I play like shit because I am specifically trying to get headshots and headshot only, which means I am not doing quick scopes. I'm trying to aim higher specifically, which is inherently slowing me down, because I don't go for headshots very often, especially I did it not on this game. BO2 was a little bit easier, especially with iron sight and all that other shit. Iron sight was crazy. Like, you can miss people and it'll still hit them, I swear. But people also brought up the fact that you actually even have to level up your weapons, which I didn't even mention, surprisingly, but you actually also still need to level up your weapons to even have access to said challenges that I'm talking about. So there's already a flat time sink, even if it was a challenge of like level 1 to 70, and then all of a sudden you have all the camos as soon as it's, you know, hitting 70. That still takes longer than just following these simple challenges on this game, hitting headshots and shit. Hitting headshots and then getting kills with like one attachment. It's super straightforward, much easier. I'm not asking for it to be easier, just be a little bit more respectful out of the way that people play. But people made a good point. That whole leveling up thing literally time gates you already. You also technically have like the best version of the weapons on this game, for example. It doesn't matter. Good headshot. Decently close. Another headshot. I hardscope my ass off for these headshots, man. Like, trying to aim like head level on this game, it's so weird. I feel like I didn't realize that my headshot aim ended up adjusting over the years, but I swear I hit headshots 10 times easier on these other games than this one. I don't know what it is. So weird. I talked about it in all of yesterday's video. I don't know what is up with the hitbox on this game, but it feels like in order to get a headshot, it can't be a face shot. It has to be like a brain shot. So it's just time gated to shit. If all these challenges just existed that entire time, and maybe just the attachments, not the camos, were actually linked to overall level instead of both of them being linked to the level, because overall, getting a high level on the weapon for games now, since we have like 10 attachments, 5 attachments and stuff, your weapon is not the best version of the weapon when you get it. Whereas on this game, yeah, your weapon is not exactly the best weapon as soon as you get it, but it technically is. The attachments don't make a massive difference to your weapon on this game in the way that it behaves. And I'm not asking for, you know, no attachments or whatever, but one thing that happens is that it turned into this thing of you trying to get it to a certain level so you can use certain attachments, so you can use the best version of a weapon, best build, the best meta attachments and stuff like that, all that shit. Everything that everyone knows now was simply just boiled down into, do you want extended mags? Do you want FMJ? Or do you want like a red dot? Another headshot. We gotta be close to the fall camo. My experience on this, it was a little bit harder than I remember, but I also don't feel time gated by anything. I don't feel like I'm stuck. I feel like it is only up to my ability to hit headshots, and that is it. And I would absolutely rather this style of accomplishment over this whole thing where I had to sit there and spend, you know, 3 to 4 hours to even make the weapon hit maximum. And then I get to start all of the camos. There are so many points in time where during that first camo grind, once you run out of your tokens and shit, and there's no double XP event, there are so many times where I have to go through like 9 levels, 9 full weapon levels, which is multiple games. Good games too, top of the leaderboard, good games. An average of 70 to 100 kills. I have to sit there and stare at a locked challenge that I could have started by now. Or even worse, I could have a challenge unlocked, but then it has an attachment that is then bound to a certain level on my weapon that completely prevents me from doing the challenge anyway, even though I am a fully capable player. the UAV. Don't worry, boys. 1,000 intervention kills. Lag? Dude, come on. Don't do this. I was just about to start it all. Yeah, I'm definitely dead off the streak, even if I... Oh, wait. I'm good. Holy shit. Waiting for my Harrier to go and get my kill for me. I'm not going to engage. I'm just going to sit there and wait for my... There you go. Thank you. No! I was literally like maybe 4 off or some shit, and I didn't even get half of the kills. I was about to do it without an 11 kill streak, man. I was about to do it. Basically just means I was able to hide and live long enough for my kill streaks to get me 25 kills. That's what I mean. Basically, Modern Warfare 2 kind of played itself once you got the streaks going and they started stacking on top of each other and shit, but that was part of the fun. It was this little mini game every single time of you trying to catch the guy that was going for the nuke. Every single time. Who's on a streak? What are they looking at? How many deaths do they have? Oh, somebody killed him. All right, he's off. No more worries. We can win still. It's just nuke was so easy to get once people figured out how to just like streamline it. And at that point in time, that's when a lot of people consumed a lot of the content on the kill streak setup and all that other shit. Headshot. All right, headshot. We're almost there. We gotta be almost there. Headshot. Thermal camping for nukes, is it 12 years ago? Yeah, exactly. This guy's a freak. Wait, no launchers are allowed on this server? No wonder people get nukes off this shit, no problem. Oh my god. Kill streaks were such like a guarantee on this game that everybody had a cold-blooded class. I was wondering why. I was like, wait, why does nobody use any of the launchers at all? Like, even I would do them, but I'm just trying to get the headshots at this point, and just experiencing the game, it's fine. Headshot, I need that. Nice fake Jeb. This is on the other server too. I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. I'm under the map, WTF. Deserved. So lucky he literally targeted me in the middle of the group and not the other 4 people around me. So unlucky. Right there, I would have actually killed everybody. Probably no headshots at all, but nobody would have killed me, right? I would have killed everyone. That is a fucking headshot game. All right, so these are some of the craziest spots to sit in back here. I remember playing Search and Destroy on this shit. Oh, Nuketown. Again, I wasn't playing in a way that I don't necessarily want to on this game. Like, I really should just run around and just try to aim higher instead of this hard scope and trying to hit headshots kind of thing, but I've been so conditioned by the other game, like it is getting to me. I spent some time on Cold War as well, so I've been on Nuketown quite a bit recently, just trying to like hit headshots and these long shots and all this shit. How is that not a headshot? This map would never work out on the original MW2 either with the noob tubes and shit because no one would ever be able to go upstairs. No one. It's just immediately would just be getting blown to smithereens as soon as the game started, guaranteed. The spawn noob tubes would be disgusting. The maps just would not be balanced properly. Oh god. Actually couldn't move. You had to use kill streaks in order to beat back all of the pushing and shit that they're doing with all their explosions and shit. That's the one thing I gotta say about this game. You being able to like try to climb around on this game is terrible. Look how slow this mantle is. Look at this. Like, my character, actually, his weapons disappear for a full, like, 2 to 3 seconds. Meanwhile, on the other games, my character's able to vault over it, sliding over, while shooting at the same time. Or you can just jump from the outside and then mantle for a faster mantle. But on this game, it doesn't allow you. The engine doesn't let you for whatever reason. Another headshot. I gotta be close. Headshot. Oh, there it is. That was right in front of me. Somebody described my channel as a podcast type of thing, and that's literally not what I'm going for. It's just there's literally no gameplay because there are no games to play. Go look at the majority of streams and shit. More people would rather talk at the moment than we're not experiencing anything new on games, you know? Not all of my videos are just me talking. It's literally just what gameplay am I recording for. And other people are like, dude, start a podcast. I don't want to start a podcast. I don't want to. I don't get it. What's the point? I don't want to talk any more than I already do. I want to play video games. It's always been video games. Now, there was an argument that I saw for people, for whatever reason, they want to defend the fact that they are, like, jipping actual hard-working players. I know that sounds, like, extreme, but they're actually jipping strong, good, dedicated players to the game. More dedicated than anyone that could potentially even fucking defend this shit. Come back out now, it doesn't really matter, but here we go. All right, we go extended mags. Boom, there's the fall camo. Orange fall camouflage finish. All right, we can join a different map now. Terminal 24/7, sure, yeah, that's where we could get the best colors at. But people were actually defending the fact, like, well, they obviously wouldn't make the final camo a really good-looking camo when they could just go and sell a better one on the store. That'd be stupid. The business needs to sell the bundles. It shouldn't be be good. What kind of backwards ass thinking? Whose side are you on here? Do you really think that Activision would just fucking sink if we just didn't buy as many bundles or some shit? Like, come on now. Oh my god, the amount of... Oh, I forgot about this shit. Holy fuck. Yeah, let's not forget about that. Scavenger just completely replenishes all of your equipment and shit. It was the ultimate camper shit. A lot of people ran Scavenger anyway, but if you run Scavenger Claymores, you are such a bitch. It's how everybody got, like, their first nukes, to be honest, though. Like, so many people would just camp back on, like, Modern Warfare 2 free-for-all somewhere. Just keep claymoring every single entrance to this little building that they would end up sitting in. Like, on every map, they would have some kind of setup, and they would just claymore the ever-living shit out of it. The best thing to do and to combat it is to just not go over there at all and tell everybody to not go there. I did the same shit in free-for-all games whenever I played it. I would just tell people not to go to certain spots. Just don't go. Unless you want this guy to drop a nuke, stop going over here. So anyway, this is the fall camo here. Take a look at it. This is what we work so hard for here. Yeah, Red Tiger and Blue Tiger are absolutely better than this. Arguably, you could say also Digital and Urban are also better than it, but, you know, this is where we're at. I mean, the colors look great overall, but, you know, it's a lot of hard work for a camo that's pretty underwhelming, but it didn't take too long, though. That's the thing. I don't feel robbed at the end of this. I don't feel like I was completely just scammed. It's not that I think store bundles should just not be really good. Obviously, I think they should be good. Why the fuck would you charge money or even spend money on something that isn't good? If you had a mastery camo that was better than the majority of store bundles, where it made people go, damn, I really want to actually work for that, that would mean that you would transform those players into longer standing players, right? And if they don't have the time to do it, then they just go and buy a bundle. How is this bad for business for them? I don't get it. But instead, people want to sit there and defend this backwards ass way of doing shit where they're trying to make the bundles so much better than the mastery camo to where they can't turn any actual player into a full-time player to go and get the mastery camo that they are then extending time on, and then they wonder why people can't sit there and play the game for longer than a couple weeks. How the fuck do I know this as a player and they don't? Anyway, yeah. You know, there's the fall camo. It's very beautiful, very nostalgic. It was a good experience. I loved it.